Nicole, Gina, and Elaine. Nicole Herrera, Gina Pickett Prince, and Elaine Pickett Duroc. These are my ongoing lawsuits. And I have SSDI for PTSD, for being a survivor of rape, incest rape, NFL abuse from my ex-retired Raider, Lester Hayes, and police brutality after risking my life for my black ex, after reporting Davis Police's felon family, and Ron Herrera, whom is a child rapist at Davis Megan's Law, related to DPD Zuniga and Good Day Sacramento Media. This is Lester Hayes. This is me. This is Gina on Megan's Law. Gina Pickett Prince. And the reason why Nicole is an LGBTQ firefighter. Elaine, Nicole, and Gina are LGBTQ. Gina's bisexual, Elaine is gay, Nicole is gay. Nicole's felon friends were my neighbors that have cop family and media family that were harassing me for many years. And Rita Fernandez-Durgan, drug trafficking with my felon neighbors, and Rita is a felon peddler legally hired at Legislative Revis office. And these riffraff are Nicole's felon friends. And that's Ron Herrera on Megan's Law. This is Rita Fernandez-Durgan. And this is SNL, mocking Rita, their one good deed. This is Good Day Sacramento, mocking, spying on me, throwing out cable cords in their cars. This is the Giants mocking me, Gigantus, because I've gained weight, and they make a plethora of conspiracies against me, because I sang flawlessly for the Giants in 1998, when they were making their MK Ultra voodoo program sophisticated against violating human rights, and I'm a lawful whistleblower. This here is me telling Nicole's fiance about Gina being a felon child rapist, me corresponding with Nicole, and verifying that Gina is a child rapist, and that I am lawful, and that Gina was not raped from Alan, as if that would matter if somebody was raped and then was sexually raping children, but Gina was not raped from Alan. Woody Allen code. Gina is a child rapist. As they make conspiracies against me at Good Day Sacramento, from their voodoo and harassments. There are many harassments, because I'm a lawful whistleblower against ELF, mind control and radiation towers, frequency flyers, FCC satellite spy breach, and MK Ultra voodoo used from cops, media, celebrities, military, college, satellite colleges to violate human rights, and a lawless global movement game made to violate my rights. They mock being voodoo, para, media at TMZ. Here's their satellites, spying that flickering light from my mother's backyard. They have these satellites everywhere in Davis. My mother's neighbors were doing drug trafficking with my old neighbors, and they all have cop family related to PD Figueroa, Zuniga, Garcia, Nunez, Patel, and Good Day Sacramento. Convicted murderers Enrique and Jesus Campos, related to the Figueroas, and the felon Ponces, and Castro Garcias, and Renata Portillo, and Cynthia Veronica Castro Garcia, violating me, harassing me for years, drug trafficking with my Nazi neighbors, felon bisexuals Charles and Mike Campbell, Sandy and Beth Blades, Manny and Cherie Peltier, Cherie whom was the friend of Nicole. Nicole's felon friends are felon, lesbian, druggie, child abusers Amanda Miller, Cherie Peltier, and Sarah Clark, and Renata Bertillo, and Anna Davis. They don't care about rape because Kevin Johnson made DOCO and made a lawless global movement popular in the Sacramento area, and he is a teen rapist, and he paid his victims in court. He was NBA Kings, and they made him mayor in Sacramento in 2008 and 2016. Kobe Bryant, also a teen rapist. He also went to court, and he went to jail. Kobe Bryant and Kevin Johnson needed to go to prison for teen raping. Mike Tyson violently raped a woman. He didn't go on Megan's Law. He's living in a fancy neighborhood with his wife and daughters. And he went to prison for at least 9 years for violently raping a woman. And he frequents Jimmy Kimmel. They support the backwards flag against the Constitution to violate human rights and make conspiracies against anybody that is against their corrupt agenda. Corrupt KCRA supports Rita Fernandez-Durgan because corrupt DOJ, DACA Dick Baeza, is the husband of corrupt Leticia Ordez, a media at KCRA. They sponsor Great Clips salons whom hire felons, whom some of them were connected with my druggy neighbors and have harassed me in the communities. And they're also sponsored from the Kings.
Material where you can't send frequencies out to whatever. That's very interesting. Yeah.
My manipulation.
So earlier we were kind of talking about different things they can actually do with the phone and send out signals to even manipulate the human body. Can you talk a little bit about this?
Yeah, frequencies demonstrated that they can have an effect, good or bad, on the individual's psychology, the brainwaves. Malware, as this is hyper-evolving, this space, nation-state, advanced persistent threats, the Russian actor, the Chinese, sometimes an organization from the inside. You want there to be disunity. You're trying to, from a psychological warfare perspective, you're trying to do reputational harm to the individual, make it seem like this other person is saying this.
They've made hoax to cover their crimes against me and covering Gina. This is a Stanford student that was allegedly finger raped and talks about how her privacy was violated. That Stanford student was not raped. I was. They do that to communicate a language that is manipulated to the public so that the public will think that they care about people that have been raped, incest raped, violated, brutalized, domestic violence, police brutality, all of those things, while they have tortured me relentlessly because I'm a survivor of rape in my HUD apartment from a black adult male who was related to my manager at the time at HUD, and their families, Felicia Young's family, that was my manager, her families have been in and out of prison, raped in my apartment. I was incest raped as a child, hence Gina Pickett Prince, and the reason why Nicole is an LGBTQ is because Gina is a felon child rapist. Gina is the reason why Nicole is LGBTQ. And Elaine, because they're both gay. I do not support the LGBTQ. I am not LGBTQ. I am a survivor of violent crimes. And my abusive ex is NFL Raider Lester Hayes. He was domestically violent with me. I dated him for 2 years, and he was a part of conspiracies against me because they, celebrities, media, made a lawless global movement from hate crimes against me because I'm a lawful whistleblower and a survivor of violent crimes, and my neighbors, whom are felons and druggies and child abusers, gangbangers, Nazis, child rapists, they burglarize, they vandalize, they gangbang, they murder. They have a plethora of felonies, of all of those things. As I've referenced earlier, their names: Zuniga's, Ron Herrera, Jennifer Herrera raped a teen in 2012, Eric Herrera, Melanie and Monica Coker, Renata Portillo, Eva Jessica and Lourdes Ponce, Cynthia Castro Garcia, Majori and Graciela Figueroa, related to the Figueroa police, and Richard Figueroa, who is a associate government official associate of Gavin Newsom. Nunez, that runs Fair Housing and works at the district attorney's office, has participated with the Campos and the Figueroas, all of their families, and the media to illegally blacklist me from housing. And Jeremy Higgins, who was a former detective and is friends with them, and now he's into real estate with the Campos. And his relative, Tim Higgins, works at Disability Advocates, who have refused to advocate for my rights, and I'm on SSDI for having PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and they blacklist me from housing, from advocacy, from getting proper medical care, because I am a survivor of police brutality, for risking my life for my black ex-boyfriend, after reporting Davis Police's felon family.
I've lived in Davis since I was 9 years old, so anything that would be there would be at your court, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. So Tanya Grace McDaniel, I see one case that was open in 2007. It's a misdemeanor.
Right, and that was for the police brutality?
Let me check on that. Give me 1 moment.
Sure. That was 7.
Yeah, battery on police officers.
Right, 7/23/2007. They dropped the battery on the police officers because they brutalized me during a racial profile incident of my ex-boyfriend, African American, and myself, multiracial, after I placed misconduct reports against the Davis police. So it's all there.
Yeah.
This is the Supreme Court call. Reference again.
Yellow Superior Court, Criminal Division.
Hi, I would like to check my name on and have you give me a list of whatever is there under my name. Ongoing lawsuits against the city of Davis.
Let me check on that. Give me 1 moment.
Sure.
Okay.
So I've lived in Davis since I was 9 years old. So anything that would be there would be at your court, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. C1 case that was open in 2007. It's a misdemeanor.
Right, and that was for the police brutality?
Let me check on that. Give me 1 moment.
Sure. That was 7.
Yeah, battery on police officers.
Right, 7/23/2007. They dropped the battery on the police officers because they brutalized me during a racial profile incident of my ex-boyfriend, African American, and myself, multiracial, after I placed misconduct reports against the Davis police. So it's all there.
Yeah.
These are the riffraff that were my
Charles
neighbors
and Mike Campbell, who harassed me,
that are connected with CBS and Good Day Sacramento.
and now have
They have a disabled child, and they did a segment on him on CBS to cover Charles and Mike Campbell, because they are felons and they have cop family and they were my neighbors. And so they are so corrupt and covering them. That's Charles Campbell. He's a Nazi. He was involved with a hate crime against a Jewish man that was beaten in his apartment in 2007. P.S. I'm multiracial and also Jewish DNA. And looks so whitey. That's why BLM won't help me, but they don't mind running after me. And that's why Hassan Minhaj is supported from Colbert and all these corrupt socialist groups that don't care that the Davis Islamic Center is filled with racists against Jews. That went national. The Davis Islamic Center was promoting hate crimes against Jews in Davis. That's Hassan Minhaj's church, a minion from UC Davis, promoted from Colbert. They're ironically connected to the Campos and the Figueroas because they're La Raza Muslims and Zeeks. This is my call to the district attorney's office, recorded, and I made a documentary and posted it on my YouTube page of the call.
I have a case at Sacramento Federal Court, and attorney's office. Yes, I have ongoing lawsuits right now that because I'm suing the Davis police. I have ongoing lawsuits against them that I don't have a warrant on me for them to be able to tap my phone or spy on me or use the media and their satellites to spy on me, that sort of thing. So that's why I'm calling, because honestly, of course, the media doesn't have a jurisdiction to spy on anybody. Would you agree? I mean, they're not the police, they're not the DA, they're not the DOJ. They are the media, right? You're with us?
So obviously the district attorney doesn't care that the media and their criminal families spy on me, and they don't care about the law. They violated my rights, they lie, they torment me, they cover their families, convicted murderers Enrique Jesus Campos, a slew of their felon families, Ron Herrera, child rapist. He is on Megan's Law of Davis, but they cover him on the media. They never talk about him. Jennifer Herrera, a child rapist, raped a teen, a black teen in 2012. A slew of these riffraff. They cover Rita Fernandez-Durgan. They cover the Durgans. Rita's family went to prison for the Campos on drug charges. They don't talk about any of this stuff on the television media because they hire felons. Reyes, Hernandez, Perez of USDA. Perez's family related to convicted murderer whom killed 5 of his infant children in Woodland, California. Also, Fabian Nunez, like the Figueroas, the Nunez are, they think they own Yolo County in California. And Fabian Nunez is a government official. He worked with Arnold Schwarzenegger many years ago when Schwarzenegger was in a government official in Sacramento. And his relative murdered a young male. This was a premeditated murder. They were gangbangers. Fabian Nunez's relative, and Arnold Schwarzenegger made sure that Fabian Nunez's relative only went to prison for 3 years on cold-blooded first-degree murder charges. To UC There's
Davis
a
minion
Samanaj.
and racist of the Davis Islamic Center that went national for being racist against Jews, to gay sex offender Kevin Spacey, as Jerry Seinfeld's favorite comedian is rapist Bill Cosby.
Irony.
I want to do this. Who was the comedian for you? The comedian was Bill Cosby. Of course. Without thinking about it. It would bother me, and I don't think I could. Yeah. Well, what about Bill Clinton? Can you listen to him without thinking about it? He was never as funny to me. No, not as
Oh, that's
Yeah, he was never as funny because Pedogate Colbert is involved with a scandal called Pedogate, and where they have the Clintons and Colbert involved in a sex trafficking of minors and sexually abusing little children. Because celebrities are in another status. They think they're above the law. They do horrific crimes to humanity, and they have no conscience.
Paula
And he
Poundstone.
supports child molester Paula
The Sacramento
Poundstone.
Greta Gerwig, whom is the prodigy of child rapist Woody Allen.
Greta Gerwig, the child prodigy of child rapist Woody Allen. Woody Allen married his daughter that he was raping for years, his adopted daughter. Ronan Farrow, whom works at New York Times, doesn't even take down these celebrities and pretends that he's doing something bullshit. He's not talking about Kevin Johnson, Kobe Bryant, Mike Tyson. He could care less about Pedogate. He's gone on to Colbert. Ronan Farrow was the son of child rapist Woody Allen. Code for Gina is a felon child rapist.
Is that life because lawless global movement made from terrorizing?
To this
High
creepy
legal protection
bitch,
applies to-
these evil bitches, Hoda and Jenna, are mocking incest rape and quite honestly are inferring that Nicole is a child rapist. Nicole molested her cousins Ralphie and Raymond when Nicole was many years ago, before Nicole came flaming out of the closet. And these riffraff are talking about, they're making codes. And
I don't know how wide this frame is, but my
yes, because they've been making code to terrorize me for so long. Oh, framing code. Oh, put this pretty pic in a frame. Yes, because I'm plus size and they're assholes. And they like to mock me being a survivor of rape and incest rape, NFL abuse, and police brutality for risking my life for my black ex after reporting Davis Police's felon family, and NorCal that they support at UC Davis. Listen how they want to make this about race, because I don't support socialist groups in DACA and illegal immigrants related to cops, Figueroa and Nunez, that are stealing resources from impoverished and homeless Americans whose ancestors built the United States. And fair housing is run now from immigrants, illegal immigrants, and DACA, and the Figueroas that work alongside Javier Becerra and the socialist groups of the Sanctuary State and Gavin Newsom.
onion goggles, but like what? These are lightsabers. You put these on and you could go ahead and chop all your onions and you don't have any tears.
Oh yes, chop all the white people and you'll never have tears.
Wait, can we not know about kids goggles? Can I just use my phone?
Can nasty riffraff Jenna Bush use her children's goggles? I don't know. Why don't she use the children that her father drowned in Hurricane Katrina? Why don't she use their goggles?
Goggles? You can. You know what? That's the best kept secret. Ski goggles work too. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
fabulous.
brilliant. And then you chop and chop and chop, and you don't have any tears. I love
They're
that.
idiots.
So we want to hear about your new.
Especially because I'm multiracial, and especially because Jenna Bush's father is racist. Thank God Obama is related to him from the 13 bloodlines of the Illuminati, and he came just in time to make Sharia law and to flip this world right into New World Order. That was brilliant, because George Bush, he was drowning really fast after he was drowning all the black people when the Hurricane Katrina crisis happened. Remember that? New Orleans. And as Pat Robinson says, George Bush he was the leader in command of creating the New World Order, of the NSA spying and having totality of population control. That was during his administration. And when Obama came along, he catapulted that. And now we're in disaster.
And the whole idea is it's not rabbit food.
Yes, let's make sure it's not rabbit food, because that is their voodoo reference of black magic, witchcraft, and mind control. Don't get matrixed.
I asked my kids to pick what they thought America would love, and I'm making loaded bell pepper nachos.
Loaded bell pepper nachos. Is that like Gina Fingerchild Rapist, Picket Prince, whose daughter is named Isabel, and whose LGBTQ firefighter daughter is Nicole Herrera?
This during a football Super Bowl party. Everybody wants.
Wow, how thoughtful. Is that like code because I'm a survivor of violent crimes, rape, incest rape, and my abusive ex is retired NFL Raider Lester Hayes?
In here. Cole, this is what am I in here? Cole, this is what am I? Yes.
Cole. That is her son, Cole. Nicole's nickname is Cole.
All right, go ahead, Cole.
Fascinating. Ooh, he's eating bell peppers. That's disgusting. The idea of such perversion is that Nicole, being an LGBTQ, is sexually abusing Isabel. That's the idea. Now, I don't know Nicole to have sexually abused Isabel, but Nicole did abuse her cousins Ralphie and Raymond many years ago. Now, Gina is a sexual abuser. She's a child rapist. Gina Denise Pickett Prince is a child fingers rapist. And irony is that Nicole's girlfriend is named Denise, Gina's middle name. Sort of gross, totally. And these bitches, while harassing me and sponsoring UC Davis, have the nerve to make comments like conference calls. Yeah, posting a DA documentary with their phone number in view is not a con. Posting the Supreme Court, yeah, in the East Coast, the Supreme Court, you know, where Ninth Circuit Court cases go, the highest court on the planet, the Supreme Court, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Yeah, I've posted those phone calls as well because I have ongoing lawsuits. You can see their phone number. You can see the corruption happening where they've annihilated the Constitution. They've annihilated due process. And they speak about such things. And to my Lester Hayes phone calls where his phone number is in view, and our conversations and so on and so on. So these monsters trying to communicate bullshit to the world. I mean, is this world that retarded that they can't go and make these phone calls to these phone numbers and be like, oh wow, that's a real phone call. Duh, motherfuckers. I even go as far as to calling Legislative Revis office and reporting Rita Fernandez-Durgan, a felon pedophile whom was illegally hired at Legislative Revis office. And I post that on my Instagram page. The videos are viewed. You can view them well and hear them well on my Instagram page and on my documentaries that I posted on the DA. But let's not be too hasty now, because here's Glenn Close promoting mental health awareness, and UC Davis right after I posted that I have SSDI for PTSD, being a survivor of rape, incest rape, NFL abuse, and Davis police brutality for risking my life for my other black ex-boyfriend after reporting Davis police's felon family, who were my neighbors, and felon child rapist Ron Herrera at Davis, California, Megan's Law. Felons Ron Herrera, Eric Herrera, Jennifer Herrera, Melanie and Monica Coker, they're not related. They're not related to the Herreras I'm related to. They're not related to Nicole Herrera. And neither is pedo Corey Prince of Good Day Sacramento Media, who miscovered Gina Pickett Prince. This is their game. This is what they do. They cover felons, they promote felons, and they retaliate against me and use me and my talents in the room of the brick wall metaphor and support a shitload of their minions from NorCal and UC Davis and globally to run after me as retaliation for me being a lawful whistleblower against MK Ultra Voodoo, FCC TV satellite spy breach, ELF mind control radiation towers, and frequency flyers used to violate human rights, and a lawless global movement game made from tormenting me and making hate crimes and lying slander codes against me.
Talk about your other love, and that is your city. That is New York City. Yeah. And the Robin Hood Foundation.
Wow, the Robin Hood Foundation. That's fascinating. Is Robin Hood like stealing from the rich to give to the poor, or stealing from Tanya Grace McDaniel to give to a shitload of minions and felons in their lawless global movement game that has annihilated the Constitution and equal protection of rights and terrorized me? Listen to this bullshit.
It's about the support of one person to